welcome everyone to my channel, guys. Today I'll be doing how to program ESP8266 episode 2. So let's get started. So what you need for programming ESP8266, in the software side you need Arduino IDE. Here it is. You have to install the Arduino IDE 1.6 and above versions to download the packages of ESP. Then you need, in the hardware side, you need ESP8266, that is for sure, and then you need some jumper wires, you need LEDs, and you will require a USB to TTL converter, or a Arduino will also work fine, because you need a serial communication device to communicate from your computer to your ESP8266. So what I have used is USB to TTL converter. So this is the connection of USB to TTL with our ESP8266. So you have to connect this following pins, like RX of the USB to TTL converter with the TX of the ESP8266, and then TX to RX, and then you have to short both the grounds here, and then you have to short both the 3.3 VCC supply pins together, and you have to connect the chip enable pin with the VCC. This is to enable the chip, because CHPD is a chip enable pin. If you connect it with the 3.3 voltage supply, it will enable the chip for any functioning. So there are different programming modes for ESP8266. So if you connect the GPIO pin with the ground, then you will drive the ESP8266 to the programming mode. Programming mode means like you can upload any program from any of the software to your ESP8266. Like at that time ESP8266 will be flashable. So now coming back to your Arduino IDE, you have to set up the Arduino IDE in such a way that it will communicate with your ESP8266 device. So for that you need to go to File, then you have to go to Preferences. Then in this section where you have to add the additional board managers, so in this you have to add the package of ESP8266. This URL I will be giving in the description below. You can copy the URL and paste it here, and then press OK. Then you have to go to Sketch, then you have to go to include libraries, then you have to go for manage libraries. Here a window will pop up where you will download the package, library package of ESP8266, so that your Arduino will understand each and every ESP keywords. Like what we have is ESP8266 web server. Then also we have different mm, different keywords such as handle client, and all these libraries will be supported here: ESP8266 DNS, web server, Wi-Fi client, and the ESP8266 Wi-Fi. So in the Sketch, include libraries, you have to go for manage libraries, and then you have to enter here. You can filter your search by typing ESP. Just a minute, I'll be showing you. Yeah, here it is, ESP. So here we go. Explorer built in by Arduino version 1.4. So here I have already installed it. You can click it, and then you can press the install button here, and you can select the versions of it, which version you want. So if you install the latest version, obviously you will get more number of more different libraries into it, and more functionalities will be enabled. So close this after installing. Then you have to go to tools, then you have to select your board. So for selecting the board, you have to insert your USB to TTL to your computer, and you have to connect your USB to TTL with the ESP8266 Wi-Fi module, and then you have to select what board you want to compile and upload code into. So in my case, I have generic ESP8266 module. You might have ESP8285 or any different modules of ESP8266 like 01, 02, 03 versions. So for all those, you can use generic ESP8266 module. Then all these functionalities will be there by default. And then for the upload speed, that is a baud rate, what you want, you can set it by your own. Make sure that you remember what baud rate you have set it into. Then you have to go for your set up your COM port. in my case it is com3 which is already set here. Then coming to the programming part, as I have told you, you have to remember this upload speed, that is a baud rate, because in our program we are specifying the baud rate. So yeah, here it is. We are specifying the baud rate here. So whatever changes you make it in the tools upload speed, if you change it here, make sure that you change it here also. Otherwise, the communication will not be proper from the server and the client. So make sure that you remember that what baud rate you have selected, and then you have to, in the programming, you have to include all the libraries here in this header files. And then you can then in this part we are just initializing our characters, like SSID is the name of your Wi-Fi, what I have set into Jace, that is my home Wi-Fi network, and then the password of it is JShroy1. And then we'll go for initializing our GPIO pins, that is a general purpose input output pins. We have only two pins in our 01 version of ESP8266, that is 0 and 2. So I have set those values to 0 and 2 here. And now here we are specifying the web page, like we are setting up the web page, how it will look, the UI of the web page in just an HTML code. And then we are preparing our GPIO pins here. So at first we'll set the GPIO pin to low, and then we will set the GPIO2 pin to low, and then we'll provide a delay of 1000 microseconds, and then we'll set the baud rate. We will start with connecting it to our Wi-Fi SSID and setting the password to it. And then if it gets connected, then it will give a dialog of this connected to your SSID, and the IP address it will show. And then coming to the functionalities, how your web page will function. So here when you click the button on, we have two buttons, we have actually four buttons in our web page. So for socket 1 there is on and off button, and for socket 2 there is on and off button. So for each and every button functionality, like what will happen if I press on, what will happen if I press off. So this is what it is explained here. So if I press on, then the GPIO 0 pin will be in the high mode from the low mode, what was set before by default. Then if I press off, then it will go to the low mode. Then for the socket 2, that is for the GPIO 2, if you press the on button, then it will go to high. If you press the off button, then it will go to low. So this is the basic functionality of this program here. Then we are printing that HTTP server has been started, verifying that it has been connected to our Wi-Fi SSID. So, and we are also making sure that client and server relationship is maintained here. So now what we have to do is we have to compile our program here. We just have to press the tick button, that is a verify button over here. We have to verify whether our code is good or not. Any syntax error or any other different types of error will be there, whether it is there or not in our code. So it will just verify it. It might take some time. So yeah, our compiling is done. Then what we have to do is we have to upload our code. For uploading the code, make sure that your everything is connected, and your GPIO 0 pin is connected to the ground. Make sure that your COM port is working. If you see any error like ESP server failed, anything, just put the reset button to the ground. Just connect the reset button to the ground and just release it, and then again upload the code. Then your code will be uploaded. So here we can see that our code is being uploaded to our ESP8266 Wi-Fi module. It is now 64%. Then it is getting uploaded here. Yeah, it is 96 and it is 100. Yeah, done. Our uploading is done. Our ESP8266 is ready for connecting to our Wi-Fi. Then what you have to do is you have to go to the serial monitor to see the real-time status of your ESP8266. Here, what you have to do is you have to set the baud rate of your code. What baud rate you have set for your programming. Then what you have to do is you have to remove the GPIO pin from the ground, place it to some other place, and then just reset your button. Like you put the reset button to the ground and just release it. Then you will see some dots appear into your screen, and then yes, our ESP8266 is now connected to my Wi-Fi network, Wi-Fi SSID JACE. The IP address is 192.168.43.136. MDNS responder is started and HTTP server is started. So our ESP8266 should work fine. So on this parallel screen, you can see the working of the ESP8266 here. Connect your GPIO 2 to LED positive and connect your GPIO 0 to LED positive of another LED. LED negative shorted to the ground. You don't need to use any resistors to protect your LEDs from getting burned out, because the output voltage of each and every pin is only 3.3 voltages. Then I will go to my browser. I'll just uh, paste my uh, IP address here and press enter. Then see what's up. Yeah, here is our web page, and now we can start using our ESP8266 Wi-Fi module. You can press the socket 1 to, you can see the LEDs glowing for GPIO 0 pin. You can press it off, then it will be off now. You can press it on for the GPIO 2, press it off for GPIO 2, both press on, both press off. So here it is. Our ESP8266 is fully functional. So happy go with it. Do projects and share me some of the ideas which I can, for in any future videos which I can upload. Any queries you can comment down in the section below.